Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. We are the Odds Couple. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak, and this is the NBA Odds Couple Show playoffs edition for the games of Sunday, April 16th. We are doing this on Friday afternoon, so the lines that we're quoting right now might be significantly different by tip-off, or maybe not. But we're going to give our picks on the Sunday games using the Friday lines. Mike Brenner. You have some picks you're liking for the Sunday games?
And I don't have a bunch of them, but I got some I think that just make total sense, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. Pistol Pete, it's playoff time. We got our records are going to show for the playoffs, and last year we both did very well, and I'm telling you, I feel a little surge coming on.
All right, well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. I'm not sure if I have the guts to give
you're
it.
Probably thinking about baseball, basketball, next year's football, for crying out loud.
I'm thinking about the under in Portland Golden State, and maybe even the Golden State team total under. You know, Golden State was actually a significant under trender on the year. They were less of an under trender at home than they were on the road, but they were still an under trender overall at home. And if you look at some of their previous series in the playoffs, like last year and 2 years ago, they were not a big over trender. There were a lot of games that went way under their posted totals. And I'm thinking, I don't know, in this game one, we might see a modest scoring game. We might see a dominant win by a Golden State that's like, I don't know, 107
and
to
with
86, something like that.
I could see, because
what do you think?
What I'm hearing is C.J. McCollum, as of literally 10 minutes ago, he probably is not going to be playing. This kid is not fully healthy and is dealing with some nagging injuries. Also, Lillard is not 100%. Nurkic is trying to get his way back onto the court, but they're going to hold him out from what I hear. Pete, I like that breakdown. I think that might be the way to go. I would even look at a Portland team total under possibly. But I have one call on this, and I think it's just going to be the full game. It was available at -14 at the Greek.
Let me see. Golden State, yes, 14 -110.
At the Greek. I'm going to pull the trigger on that because there was 2 games they beat them this year by like 20 or more, and I think with Durant back, and now he's even said he's going to sign again with them, you've got some comfort there. Matt Barnes isn't going to be playing, but they're not going to miss him for anything. I think Golden State at the end through the fourth quarter is going to definitely cover this.
Okay, you might be cutting it a little bit close, but I will give the under on this one. 222.5 -107, and hopefully I won't get burned on that. And then let's see. Then we got OKC Houston. That is an interesting game. Both of the home games that they played this year at Houston went significantly over the total. So this one might soar over the total, or Houston might come out with a more conservative game plan for the playoffs. You have anything to say about that one?
What's the line right now?
The line right now is Houston -7 or 7.5.
Yeah.
So
okay, here's what I'm going to do, Pete. And I know that these teasers bite me in the ass at times, but this is one during the playoffs, and I look back last year, I did good on these teasers. I didn't use a lot of them. I like the Rockets. I don't like for them to run away with it. I like them on a teaser because it should knock it down to about 2.5, maybe.
At BetOnline, knock it down to, 2.5.
Okay, and then coupling that with Golden State, because I think Golden State's going to dispose of Portland pretty easy. Portland, without Nurkic, that made all the difference, and now that Golden State's healthy, I think that would bring it down to about 10.5, if I'm correct.
Yes, down to 10.
Down to 10. So I really, really like that. I think that's an absolute sharp call, Pete, and that's my only other play for Sunday. Rockets -2.5, Golden State -10 on a two-team teaser.
All right, that's a 4.5 point teaser, -110, BetOnline. All right, and then what about Chicago and Boston? I'm thinking that,
I almost took Chicago,
tempting
Pete.
to take Chicago, tempting for me also to take a shot with maybe the under or the Boston team total under. I don't know. What do you think?
Last time they played in Boston, Chicago was fully healthy, Dwayne Wade and everybody, and they pummeled them. The first quarter was 24-9 or something, and they never recovered. I know Wade has the playoff experience, but this is one I got to stay off of. I was that close to pulling the trigger with. But I will look at the Bulls at home because they give Boston a hell of a hard time when they're at home.
All right, I'm going to take one other play that might be a little bit, might be cutting it close, but I'm going to take the Celtics team total under 107.5 -109. Hopefully I don't get burned on that one. Cutting it a little bit close. Yeah, cutting it a little bit close, espally since during the regular season.
They did put up 120, though, at home.
Yeah, Boston can obviously have huge offensive games, and they did have a run of games in the regular season where they were just soaring over their team totals game in and game out. Chicago, though, was a big under trender on the year, and I'm hoping that even if Boston does wind up getting a blowout win, maybe it goes significantly low scoring, and Boston sneaks under the team total even in that case.
Now, I did hear that Jaw Crowder's dealing with an injury that's kind of being not really talked about a bunch, and that it will affect his shooting. That's all I heard, so I'll leave it at that.
And then the Atlanta-Washington matchup. It's a 10-foot pull for me. You going to touch that one, Mike Brenner?
What's the line sitting at,
It's
Pete?
Washington -5, and the total's about 211.
It's in Washington. First game I'm sitting off. John Wall, though, is definitely not 100%. Atlanta. I just can't trust that team, buddy. I just can't right now. I will at home against this team because I think they're going to give them fits, but I'm staying off game one.
Okay, I think we'll learn a lot about these teams, based on how game ones go. And I'm wondering, what do you think about the under in the Chicago-Boston game? Just a full game under.
What's that sitting at?
207.5. It's just cutting it a little bit close.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just go with the Boston team total under. I'll hold off on the full game.
All
All right, Mike Brenner.
Trigger,
so
baby.
I'm just going to have the Boston team total under 107.5 and the full game under in Portland Golden State 222.5. And what are your picks for Sunday, Mike
I'm going
Brenner?
to go with Golden State full game minus 14. We got that at the Greek, and then also a 2-team teaser 4.5 points at BetOnline. Rockets minus 2.5, Golden State minus 10. And again, this is a playoff record that's going to start coming up. Pistol Pete, let's get it done.
Let's get it
to
done.
The viewers,
we'll learn
baby.
a lot from these game ones on Sunday, and then we'll be back for all the game twos next week. So don't miss our NBA playoff odds couple shows coming up on Monday.
That's right. I knew we were going to have a good show when our producer Ariel said, "I'm fired up" before we even came through the door. Odds couple coming to you, baby.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.